Welcome to Bartlett Outdoors. I'm Brett Hall and I'll be your host this episode as we travel to Tennessee for archer deer hunt with pro staffer Bartlett Kimbrew as things escalate quickly from a doe to $2 to $3 and Bartlett makes an awesome shot. And then we'll be headed back to Alabama with David Jones and Bronson Parker with David's dog Bo doing a little deer tracking and deer recovery with a lot of live action that you don't want to miss, so stay tuned.
Sitting downwind in my new deer stand, bow to my left, release on the other hand. Big bugger walking through them tall pines, hoping and praying that he'll be mine. The arrow's about to fly high, 'cause we're just some good old boys trying to get by with our rifles, bows, and shotguns and four-wheel drives. On the ground, blinding tree stand is where we stay. God-fearing and lovers of the NRA. The NRA.
The Whitetail Institute doesn't have to pay celebrity hunters to endorse our products. We let our customers do the talking because we feel what real hunters put in the bed of their pickup is much more impressive. In fact, some of our customers have broken state records and even a world record using our food plot products. Now, not all our customers are breaking records, but they are consistently harvesting the best deer in their area. So join the tens of thousands of real hunters that are experiencing their best hunting ever with products from the Whitetail Institute.
This is your home. Out here, comfort is a luxury. Patience isn't a virtue, it's a necessity. Out here, the little things are the only things that matter. Some call hunting a hobby, but you know better than that. To hunt is to live is to hunt. That's why we pour everything we have into the details of our patterns. Patterns true to life, true to your life. We don't source from the mind. We source from the land, from the grass, from the trees, from the hunt. We use the highest quality digital imaging to create three-dimensional layers that break up your silhouette and allow you to blend in like never before. Because there's a difference between looking real and being real. It's about time the next innovation in camo is not just a new painting. True timber for true hunters.
At Moxie Archery, accuracy begins with craftsmanship. To have Moxie is to have backbone, power, precision, to be bold and fearless, face difficulty with courage.
You wait so long just to have that feeling, but it happens so fast.
Moxie Archery, where accuracy begins with craftsmanship.
Smoked a good deer. A real good deer. I'm ready to get down and get him. He didn't go far. I saw him crash down here about 60 yards. I had a bunch of deer around me all morning. They were skirting around me. It's 7:35. I shot that deer about 7:30. I don't even know how many points he had, but it was a big bachelor group of bucks. It was 5 or 6 deer. They were all 3-year-old deer, I believe. They were all 8 and 10 points. And then one stepped out, and he was a stud. I don't know how old he was, but he was a good deer. I'm ready to get down. Thank you, Lord.
All right, opening morning 2016, Tennessee. Started out kind of slow, had a couple small deer come by right after daylight. Couldn't even get enough camera light to get them on film. About 7:30, I had a small doe come into a salt lick, and a bachelor group of bucks followed right in behind her. First 2 deer that came by, they were both kind of young. They were 3-year-old deer, and y'all saw this big daddy step in. He was a stud. He's probably a 5-6-year-old deer. He's a good, mature buck. He is a beautiful Tennessee 8-point. I want y'all to look at that. These mosquitoes are terrible out here this morning. But man, this is the biggest deer I've ever killed on film. Just beautiful, beautiful 8-point. He's gonna look good on the wall.
Well, folks, what a bruiser of a buck Bartlett took in Tennessee. Now we're going to head back to Alabama with David Jones and Bronson Parker and David's dog Bo, Mountain Cur, and do a little deer track and deer recovery. you know, it's all about the ethical recovery of a deer. If you've been hunting long enough, whether with bow or gun, you know every now and then you're going to have to track a deer, or you know, if someone in your area offers that service, get a tracking dog. And we're fortunate in our area, we have several different trackers. We actually have an Alabama blood trailing network of trackers in each county that you can contact. So I hooked up with David Jones this season in North Alabama and followed him around, and we got some pretty good recoveries on camera that we'll be showing throughout this season. You know, and they end in 3 different scenarios really. One being, you know, you trail up and you find that the deer is already expired, or 2, you know, you track up and the dog either bays or the deer breaks, it has a fatal shot and you have to back out, just give it some more time. Or 3rd, you know, the dog will track the deer, but or the trail, and the deer just wasn't fatally shot, so we know that and we can back out and that deer is going to live. But it's all about the ethical recovery of that. We work with each game warden in each county to make sure that we're legal, and I encourage you to check your state and local laws and regulations as well. With this one, it's a very interesting track with a lot of live action that you don't want to miss, so stay tuned.
I'm David Jones of Southern Deer Tracking. We're back here in Will Yarborough, tracking the 2nd deer of the season for him. Hopefully, you know, tell us a little bit about your shot there, Will, and all that.
Well, this morning I came in about 5 o'clock, stayed out there all day. About 11 o'clock I shot it, a little bit behind the shoulder, a little low, but hopefully we'll find it.
About how far did you track?
About 200 yards, went into sage grass, and it got thick, so then we were just like, man, we can't find this thing.
It looks like you shot him a little low. Got a little white hair and some fat and a little blood on the arrow. He said he's bleeding a pretty good bit. 200 yards they did track him. So we're going to put the dog on it, see if we can't come up with him.
And you said we're down to 1 dog.
Down to 1 dog for the rest of the season. Our bloodhound we was using early in the season, he come up with cancer, so we down to 1 dog for the rest of the season, and hopefully we can add another one to the group next year, maybe take his place. So. You ready to go after him?
Let's go after him.
All right.
You got a can?
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, man, that's one. What was
Hey,
that
you'll
dog
buy
said,
it?
Mud?
You buy it? $1,000.
Might save you money in the long run.
Yeah. If you live.
Yeah, if you live with cancer, look at that one.
Save you money in the long run.
That's pretty sorry. You ought not be making fun, young Willie like that.
He seems like a good sport.
Oh, yeah.
He texted me today, and I laughed as soon as I got the text message.
Yeah, we had pretty good blood, baby.
Dark colored blood. I think he got his little liver.
He just wants to sit on his hand.
He was messing with me. I'll just carry y'all in there to the first place we found blood, I guess.
Yeah. That'd be last time. Wet though. Got that other leaf.
Is it your desire to have an obedient companion, a gentleman's gun dog, or even a championship level hunt test title? Well, at Limestone Retrievers, we can offer you all this for your large breed dog. We use proven training techniques and handling techniques through our puppy obedience and gun dog retriever programs, as well as hunt test prep and handling. We can also handle all your boarding needs. I'm Hunter Shell, and this is my dog Reuben, and your most enjoyable day hunting starts at Limestone Retrievers. Call us today for your no-risk consultation.
The Broadhead Revolution is here. Introducing the revolutionary broadheads from Flying Arrow Archery. The Toxic, Cyclone, the Tom Bomb. The Toxic and the Cyclone 100 grain have universal blades. This is a perfect combination between the revolutionary design of the Toxic and a traditional 3-blade broadhead. See them online at flyingarrowarcheryusa.com.
The new T3 stabilizer featuring the Halo vibration dampener is the most versatile stabilizer on the market. With 3 fixed positions, the T3 offers you the traditional straight position, a 90-degree storage position that doubles as a carry handle, and down at 25 degrees that moves the center of gravity back, ideal for those angled tree stand shots. Add our offset cross-string silencers to eliminate string oscillation, and your bow is field ready. There is nothing more stable than the Trinity.
At the Whitetail Institute, there's a lot of things we could talk about, like pioneering the food plot industry, our extensive research, or our customer success and the world and state records we've helped produce. But what we don't talk enough about is our customer service, and like our product line, is by far the best in the business. We have the expertise to help you improve the quality of your deer and your deer hunting. So contact us today. The call and the consultation are free. We look forward to the opportunity to earn your business.
So, you got it picked up? You ready, bro?
Help me out, Bo.
You right in here, come up there. You got long legs. Blood right here. Right here in this color.
That looks about like something that hit, but what do you do when you hit the track like that? Goes in, sometimes had to figure out which direction it was headed.
Yeah, he'll turn around sometimes, backtrack himself, and he'll straighten the back out. So thick and dry.
Yeah.
Come up, Bo.
Thick. He knows he's on it though.
Come up, Bo. Come up, buddy. Come here. Come here, Bo. Come here, Bo. Come here, Bo. Come here. You're so thick in here, he can't work with me hanging on to him. Go find him.
Yeah, you never would have found that spot without a dog.
I wouldn't have been in there anyway, the dog wouldn't have. Show me some more, show me some more. Run him up, buddy. You're doing good. Find him for him. Find him for him. Find him for him. Find him. Find him. Hunt him up. He could be right over on that hill and that's not seen.
Mm-hmm.
Hunt him up.
When he finds one and it's been dead, does he bark or just stay there with it?
He'll just stay there with it. And I can see him on the GPS here that he's set still. He don't move for a long period of time. A few minutes there, I'll go to him. And, most times, if it's still alive, he'll sit there and bark at it. Most times, he'll be sitting there and chewing on it when I get there. He's moving pretty good now. He's 114 yards over there. Mark his last blood. Mark his last blood and we'll ease it way toward him. I wait 50 comes down.
Is he moving?
Yeah, he's eating. Turn 2 yards.
He's on it. I don't like it.
I hope he eats 30 pounds. There he is. There he is. Yeah, gut shot. His gut's hanging out. You got him on video?
Yeah.
Come out here and get him on video.
Yeah, I keep my lighting highly bright. I won't move too much to make him run. That's a pretty nice deal. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 point. Alright, here's my knife, bud. You ready to charge?
Hang on, let's see if I find a
He ain't hurt too bad, though.
No, you see it come from out the other side. He's gut shot.
Oh, really?
See it right there? See his blue? Look here. They're gonna bite him again. Come on.
Well, buddy, let me tell you. I don't know how many people has documented stuff, you know,
Yeah.
deer tracker, but I bet that's some of the best footage you're gonna get.
Oh yeah, just whenever he comes at you like that, he's listening for them leaves. Just try to get behind the tree and try to be still.
We're gonna try to catch him.
I ain't gonna say. He thinks I'm trying to get him jacked up. He can get on it.
Yeah.
Every time I say his name, so I ain't gonna say his name. And I'm gonna try to walk down there and find that big oak tree right there.
Hey neighbor, heard you took another Big 10 point on your place.
Yep, got him coming to my upper food plot.
Dang, we both plant fields, but you've got the deer. What's your secret?
I plant Whitetail Institute products. Couldn't say.
This is your home. Out here, comfort is a luxury. Patience isn't a virtue, it's a necessity. Out here, the little things are the only things that matter. Some call hunting a hobby, but you know better than that. To hunt is to live is to hunt. That's why we pour everything we have into the details of our patterns. Patterns true to life, true to your life. We don't source from the mind, we source from the land, from the grass, from the trees, from the hunt. We use the highest quality digital imaging to create three-dimensional layers that break up your silhouette and allow you to blend in like never before. Because there's a difference between looking real and being real. It's about time the next innovation in camo is not just a new painting. True timber for true hunters.
Is it your desire to have an obedient companion, a gentleman's gun dog, or even a championship level hunt test title? Well, at Limestone Retrievers, we can offer you all this for your large breed dog. We use proven training techniques and handling techniques through our puppy obedience and gun dog retriever programs, as well as hunt test prep and handling. We can also handle all your boarding needs. I'm Hunter Shell, and this is my dog Reuben, and your most enjoyable day hunting starts at Limestone Retrievers. Call us today for your no-risk consultation.
We're here at the end of the track. We tracked a deer a little over a mile, about 1.25 miles, and deer was still alive. Bo bait him. You'll see in the footage there, Bo having bait. The deer was shot about midway down his belly here and come out straight out the bottom. Bo kept him baited the first time, about, 30-45 minutes or so. The deer split and run. Bo bait him again within probably about a mile, I guess, and held him just for a few minutes, and the deer broke bay again and run about another mile. He ended up calling the dog off at that time. He probably done went about 4 miles tonight. And it's just one of them things, deer, it was, first time we bayed was probably 8 hours after the shot. So, we gave him plenty of time and stuff before we went in there after him.
I appreciate everything, man. Thank you.
Well, what an awesome job Bo done tracking that deer. With the bleed out of around 80 to 100 yards, Bo kept going for another mile or two to find that deer, and that gave the hunter reassurance that he was not backing out or leaving that area with an expired deer. Even though we weren't able to recover it that day, they did go back the next day to see if it had expired then. Didn't find anything, so we really believe that deer made it. May not have been a fatal shot, and that's really the ethical thing to do, is all means that you can to try to recover that deer. There's no way that the hunter would have been able to track that deer that far without a blood trail, and that's where these dogs really come in to help. If you would like to find out if these services are offered in your area, you can email us at info@bobelloutdoors.com or log on to social media on Facebook and look up Alabama Blood Trailers Network. They can get you connected with someone in your state, your area. And you got to check the laws and regulations to see if what the rules are in your area or your county for this. And again, we just ask, continue to follow us through this season as we follow along on several more deer tracking and recovery, and we'll travel down South Alabama to show you how these dogs are trained and get certified.
'Cause we're just some good old boys trying to get by with our rifles, bows, and shotguns and four-wheel drives. On the ground, blind and tree stand is where we stay. God